Welcome to Youth Agenda again. I have here with me Mr. Kelvin and Havila. It's always glad to do this with you guys over and over. Am I now getting used to you guys also?
It's fine to say so.
Getting used to it, right? But you guys should not, banter too much today. Mr. Kelvin, why are you shaking your legs? Is there something? Is there a agree? It's no longer news that many Nigerian youths are either unemployed, under-skilled. Most of them are really, battling with always taking up responsibilities that has to do with side hustles. You just hear a lot of people say these days, oh, we cannot do with one stream of income. And as at 2006, that was the last time we did census here. Yeah. We were estimated to be like 100 and something million, but right now, currently, we are about 200 and something, and 80 million out of the 200, 80 million Nigerian youths are unemployed. A lot is going on. But the thing is, we always hear of different job opportunities, different empowerment schemes, billions of naira budgeted for youth and all of that. But it seems to me like the youth still are struggling to survive comparatively to other, should I say countries, Western countries, or African countries. And with Nigeria even being the giant of Africa, I think it's appalling, it's disturbing.
Okay. Well, for me, I wouldn't put all the blame on the Nigerian government, for this unemployment of the Nigerian youth. I think we'll have to, let's call a spade, and let's face reality. Most of these Nigerian youth are unemployable, even after they finish from school. Because they are unable to, they just go in there, they focus on what they are being taught in school, and when they come out, they are unable to match up with the advancement in technology, advancement that has happened in the different careers, so they just choose to remain there. And again, I think it's high time we as Nigerians stop blaming people who represent the government, but people selected the president, right? Elected the president to be in the office. Yeah, he's just a human. And he has people that are working with him too in his cabinet. Yeah, and I believe they are working day in, day out to cushion the effect of this unemployment in the country. Yeah, so we should not just stop blaming Tinubu. We should also look at the fact that most of these Nigerian youths are unable to rise up to take responsibility for themselves. If you look at our forefathers, if you look at those Rosie then too, but most of them were able to rise up to the task, to face and take up responsibility to become who they were during their own time. So I believe Nigerian youth should also rise up to the task, and actually be innovative, be creative enough, and try to do one or two things. If you agree with me, you see that most Nigerian youth are actually lazy. Sorry to say most. I said most Nigerian youth are actually lazy. They are not ready to.
We have so many jobs, like you said, that the government has created.
Yeah.
Empowerment schemes and all of that. But the thing is, I do not think they have measurable, impacts comparatively, because these things are still not seen. They are not felt. Okay. The youth are still having to always juggle. Okay, for example, now we have over 1,500 teenagers who are going to be used that have been displaced from school for over 2 years. Farmers have their things destroyed. And these are the things that are supposed to help them to be creative. Let's say a farmer who is a youth farmer who's creative has flood or has a lot of things come to, disrupt his engagement. How does he cope up again? You hear about schemes, but these schemes, when you try to apply, it's always, you have to bring a lot of paper. You have to do a lot of things just to get this. It's not accessible to the Nigerian youth. That's what we are saying.
Okay. Sorry, I like the fact that you're bringing some certain things out, making us understand that the government have a lot of things out there, but most youths do not know about it. Now, first of all, let's come to the problem. I actually support Mr. Kelvin regarding we can't place everything on the government, but majority, most of the issues
on the government. There are countries that are paying their youth.
Okay, most of the issues actually are from the government.
If the government paid you, would you not be happy, Mr. Kelvin?
Because aside that, let's look at our system now. The digital space, is the government in charge of it? Let's bring that out. Is the government in charge of the digital space? That is, does a village in Borno have access to the digital space? That's something, because we have youth there too that are incapable, right? Now, all the universities in Nigeria, we have a lot of universities: Nasarawa State University, Abuja, right? Lagos, Obafemi, University of Zaria, a lot of universities, and oh my God, UNN, have a lot of them. But the question is that the knowledge that is being passed to Unilag is the same knowledge that is passed to the university. Let me not mention any university, but just to Nasarawa State University, for instance. And sorry to cut you short there. I was watching something today, and a lady said something. She happens to work in the US at JP Morgan's, and a guy from the Faculty of Law in Unilag asked her, was like, "Okay, sister, how did you get to know this particular, place? Because not all universities, people that come out from university, have access to such places. If you go to such places, you find people that graduated from Unilag, maybe UNN and Unizik and the rest of it." And she was like that it was not from her university she got such opportunity, that it was actually a student from Unilag that made her understand that such opportunity actually existed. So if you look at such a thing, you find out that some universities are short of knowledge. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. And that is from the system.
The thing is,
that is number one. Okay, if I want to, there are a lot of things included. So you cannot just say it is the people, like it is the individual. They have their own part.
The thing is, I would say is the government. I mean the people. Yeah, the people. Because if you have actually played in the role of, let me say you try to employ somebody, or you listen to employers complain, you see that most people lack character. Most youths lack character. Okay, most youths lack character. You can't leave a youth now to manage your business. They will just run it down for you. Do you understand me? So actually, let me tell you, if you go and do your research after this program, okay, go and check. Most Nigerians in the diaspora are complaining that they can't find a Nigerian youth they can work with. Honestly, most Nigerian youth are just there. That's why this is I no longer even criticize politicians anymore. Right? We are our own problem in this country. Most Nigerian youth will just go out there when they get these job offers. They'll just go out there with the intention to make money for themselves. Okay? But
don't you think it's the system that causes that?
When you say make money for themselves, are they supposed to make money for the government?
Why do we have enlightenment programs now?
Forget about government. I think one of our problems in this country again is we depend too much on government. We just depend too much
Nigerian
because they take taxes from
Nigerian youth.
Nigeria is not Nigerian youth.
We don't depend on the government. We have a lot of businesses running now in Nigeria.
1.7 million youths are leaving university and NYSCs.
1.7 million every year.
Okay,
1.7 million.
Are you trying to tell me that the NYSC scheme or even the government cannot create?
Okay, how much do they pay an NYSC core member?
How much do they pay an
ACOR member?
Look at advanced countries. My point is we are depending too much on the Nigerian government. Look at advanced countries. The government have little to offer in terms of employability, in terms of employing people.
But
so
the enlightenment to the people.
This advanced country, what they do is they provide an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, for people to thrive.
Do Nigerians?
Yes, but Nigerians.
Do Nigerian government have that?
No, see.
Do we have that?
Companies have left.
Let's deal with our mentality.
2024 till now.
Let's deal with our mentality first.
What did they call them? Mr. Kelvin, calm down. We are still here.
See, no, my anger is that everything we just try to
if we had
blame
100% of investors from foreign countries that were in Nigeria that created employment for the youth.
Okay.
Do you know that we have like 75% of them that have left the country because of unnecessary taxation?
Yes.
And there are no enlightenment and there are no good fixtures that can help them thrive in the Nigerian society and economy.
Let me give an illustration. Let me give an illustration.
And
I have a friend of mine.
People say, why is Japa culture? Why are they running away?
Do you know, I have a friend of mine that works in a company at Calabar. Is as an international company at Calabar. Now, I was speaking to him. He is like an HR representative there at that company. And he told me something. He worked with the general manager. And he said to me, our government are wicked. The people at our government are very wicked. And I was like, why? What's the reason? He says that when these companies come into Nigeria, they tell the representatives, that is the representatives from outside the country, they tell them that we don't want you to overpay our citizens. This is the amount you should pay them, because when you overpay them, what will happen is that some of them are going to, outsmart the government. Then when they come to this election, they have no scheme anymore.
Look,
I don't know if you understand. There is no scheme anymore. So it's intentional. Yes, it's intentional. So if the big guys at Shell, no, I'm telling you from an insider. I'm telling you from an insider. There are people.
Yes, they're just conspiracy theories. Okay, it's not proven anywhere.
Okay, I'm telling you. He told me that like he didn't want to tell me that. He just told me that.
Like he just slipped. He did not mean to give you that information, but he just slipped.
Yes. And I was like, are you serious? So you see people at Shell, the people that I know work at Shell, and if you see such people, they are the top guys. They are the ones that are making, and what they are even making, they will tell you it's too small. Because when
what they're supposed to be
getting, and when they go outside the country, they pay them more.
Okay, now talk about outside the country with over 80 million unemployment issues and Nigerian youth having this crisis. Do you think if the person just leaves the country, or is it just a survival strategy?
Is it survival strategy?
You mean the youth?
Yes.
Yes, you see, and there's one fallacy. There's one. I think Nigerian youth need to wake up from our dreams, actually.
Okay,
from
what
dreams? Because see, there's this. You are actually being delusional to think that when you go abroad, you just go and start picking dollars from the floor. You forget the fact that you actually need to work really, really hard.
Yeah.
You actually need to keep to time. You actually need to be excellent in whatever you're doing. Okay? Yeah, and most Nigerian youths are not up to that task. That's why you get to see that most of them, when they go there, the least they can do is just to go and start, washing people's stuff, and all
depends. You see, that's why I said enlightenment. I know somebody that graduated from what's it called, FUTO, Federal University of Technology, right? Now at FUTO, there's a lot of opening to engineering stuff outside the country. Now when she came out, she stayed in Lagos, applied, and then she got into Guinness, the company.
Really, yeah.
Now at Guinness, because some people are not aware of these opportunities until they go to some universities. I want to let you understand that the government has to enlighten individuals. Now when she went to Guinness, she found out that Guinness offers scholarships to UK. The people that work there, they offer scholarships to UK. Now, some of them that are there,
that Guinness is offering
no, that's not what I'm saying. They should enlighten people and make them understand that.
See,
why does the government feel the need to tell us everything and not the things that can actually empower the youth?
Do you know how Facebook got popular? Some people got to know about it, and then they went to interior villages and started collecting money for people to get on the space. It happened like that. So now, if the government is aware of such scheme, what is there? Go into the villages, go into places that they don't have all these accessories. Does the farmer have a laptop?
My point here is that I think all what you're saying here is you are still trying to put more responsibility on the government.
No, we have our responsibility
to play. The government have a lot of things to do. In terms of
outside the
governing
government,
the country,
outside the government,
not trying to pass opportunities or pass news.
Okay,
sorry,
fine.
Mr. Kel, I want to throw a question to Mr. Kel. Mr. Kel, in a government school, what do they teach them? In a government school,
youth need to actually wake up and develop their character to be positive. Okay, our Nigerian youth, see, you guys can actually choose to disagree with me, but that's the truth.
No, but
most Nigerian youth, the orientation and mentality of most Nigerian youth is horrible.
Where are they learning from?
Yeah, see,
where are they learning from? It's not our politicians. Look at them.
And it's a very big problem for the country.
We are
blaming Tinubu. Just wait till we get to that place. Just wait till all these Yahoo boys get to